Hey guys, it's the Doc, and here's our next installment of the hashtag Ask Dr. Mudgil series of posts. This one comes in from YouTube, and the question is, and this is a crazy question, are there any adverse effect for people who doesn't have any qualifications to do the Botox? Okay, so just a little background. There's a video, and I post these videos like every few months or so. It's when I do Botox on myself. I inject myself with Botox. I'm sure you've seen it a bunch of times. And in one of those videos recently, someone posted this question. So that's a crazy question, first of all. So I'm a firm believer in when you get Botox, it should be done by a board certified dermatologist or plastic surgeon. That's it. Botox is a medical procedure where there can be serious adverse effects if it's not performed correctly. So you'll see a lot of, honestly, you even see like other doctors who are not like dermatologists or plastic surgeons, who perform Botox, like an anesthesiologist will take like a weekend class and start doing Botox, or a family doc will do the same thing, or a dentist will do the same thing. And I think that's crazy. I've seen a lot of really, really bad outcomes from that. Not dangerous outcomes, but I've seen bad cosmetic outcomes. Most of the other doctors or providers, they're not like hurting their patients. They're just doing the Botox poorly. I'm not saying all of them, but I've seen some of the poor ones out there. But I'm sure you've seen in the news, there was some bum Botox that folks bought on the black market, and it was administered in some like shady med spa or by some, esthetician or something like that, where they're actually injecting bum Botox, and patients actually got botulism. Botox is a toxin, and some of these folks ended up in the hospital, like the ICU, because they got really, really sick. So you have to be very, very cautious when you get Botox. You want to make sure the person that's administering your Botox is a pro. And the pros that do this are board-certified dermatologists and plastic surgeons. That's the highest level of person that you can go to, and that is, in fact, I think the only person or type of person you should go to when you're getting Botox. So the answer to your question is yes, lots of bad things can happen if you go to some shady place to get Botox. You should certainly not be trying to inject Botox on yourself if you're not a board-certified dermatologist or plastic surgeon. You have to be really careful out there. There's a lot of shady characters, a lot of shady operations that exist out there. And those include these shady med spas. They may look legit, but it might not be a dermatologist or plastic surgeon who's doing like your laser hair removal or Botox or filler or whatever procedure it may be. So be cautious, choose your provider wisely, because lots of bad things can happen if you go to the wrong provider for these sorts of procedures. Hope that answers your question. Let's get it.